Hi, YouTube. Okay. There's something that's been on my mind these past couple of weeks. Uh, this new Resident Evil movie that's coming out, or that I believe by now it's probably already out. Excuse me, by the way. I feel that this new Resident Evil movie is just going to be a joke. Just nothing but a joke. Because when the first movie came out, I was excited because I'm a big Resident Evil fan. I love the video games. I even love the cheesy PlayStation 1 version. Like that was like I grew up with that game. But when the first Resident Evil movie came out, I was pretty excited. Yeah, and then I went to go saw it finally, and then I was pretty happy with it. I would give it maybe like a 7.5. But then the second one came out, then I figured out that they were going to be introducing Jill Valentine, who is, one of my absolute favorite characters in Resident Evil as far as the good guys. And because we all know that Jill is a fucking badass girl who can beat anybody up, and but I was very disappointed with how they interpret her in the movie because in the movie she sees Alice and she's all just like, "You're better than me." Like they basically turned her into like a some little snobby, stuck up bitch, and I wasn't very happy with that. Like I did not like the actresses. I don't know if it was the actor who chose that or the director who chose that, but either way, I didn't like that. And then they started to introduce I believe it was Claire Redfield next, and I mean she's not exactly my favorite, so I mean I didn't really care much about the way they did her, but the actress who played her, she's a great actress. I can say that she's a great actress, but she's no Claire Redfield. I'm sorry. But and then the second to newest one, I believe, is Resident Evil Extinction, where everything's like turned into desert and shit. And then I found out that they were going to be introducing Albert Wesker, who is my absolute favorite. Like he is like number one in the favorite characters of Resident Evil list. But when I saw the movie for the first time, I was very, very, very disappointed because the actor who played him, he sure looked the part, but he didn't pull it off at all as far as acting. Like Wesker, like shit, the actor didn't even do Wesker's accent. Like he was talking just like me, just because everyone knows that Albert has that Wesker has this very distinct kind of accent. It started out kind of like you could kind of hear it, but then like once Resident Evil like 5 came out, it was a very very distinct accent, and I can't do it, but you could definitely tell he had some kind of accent. The actor didn't even do that. Like okay, basically the only thing he really got right was the hair and the sunglasses. That's basically it. However, this new one, this Resident Evil Afterlife, Aftermath, After Fraction, whatever it's called, 3D. 3D. Okay, I mean this is totally off subject, but I think the whole 3D thing is getting kind of old. But whatever. So this Resident Evil movie, I just feel is gonna be a joke because they're taking literally everything from the uh, Resident Evil 5 video game and just putting it in this movie. Because they've got the big giant executioner Majini from Resident Evil 5, and then they got, the zombies have got the little tentacle things popping out of their mouth, the Ouroboros. And not to mention, I watched a preview for it, and I literally saw everything that Wesker did in the preview, Wesker did in the video game. Like, before you get into the big fight with him when he's all covered in shit and um he does the whole throwing the sunglasses and then like warping to him. I mean, shit, Wesker's even wearing the same outfit. I mean, seriously, what are they thinking? I mean, because I see all these advertisements and pictures for Resident Evil and on YouTube, and everyone's all just like, oh man, I can't wait for this movie. It looks so epic. I'm just like, really? This movie is gonna be a joke. Like, you're going to waste probably like you're gonna waste $10 going to see this movie. I mean, but this is just my opinion. I'm not quite sure if it's gonna be a good movie because seriously, all of them have sucked horribly. And they also casted the guy from Prison Break to play Chris Redfield. Now, I don't know if people will agree with me, but I saw him on Prison Break and I thought he was horrible. Like, he was a bad actor. And I mean, I don't wanna piss off any Resident Evil fans or Prison Break fans. It's just, I don't know. To be honest, I think the people making this Resident Evil movie, the director should just stop. He should just stop making Resident Evil movies because frankly, I mean, this may not count for all Resident Evil fans, but I feel that, you know, he's not exactly pleasing Resident Evil fans. I think he's starting to piss them off. And I mean, I'm speaking as a Resident Evil fan. Love the video games, but not the movies. I'm sorry, dude who directed this, but just stop making those movies. You're basically the M Night Shyamalan of Resident Evil movies. Just stop. I'm sorry. Like I said, I don't want to piss off Resident Evil fans. This is just strictly my opinion. So I will talk to you guys later.